Welcome to the show. It's UAP Truth 33. I'm John. I'm your host. Today I got a hell of a show for you. What if I told you that there was a hidden hand? Extraterrestrials were influencing the trajectory of our planet. Would you believe me? Well, today I'm going to show you some evidence that just might be true. Stay tuned. Guy, all right. Aside from the Richard Doty stuff and some of the other things that they got caught up with Corey Good. I look, man, this like I said before, the subject's a hall of mirrors, so I don't really blame them for that. But the Richard Doty thing, I think everybody needs to know about this guy. Like, I don't think anybody should be giving him a platform. Damn sure shouldn't be paying him for one. That the last claim about this elephant man looking being. I mean, can't make this shit up. But I wanted you guys to check this thing out. This because they're experiencers. There are experiencers. They do experience things. There are abductees. This thing is a fact. Some people say it's my labs, which is like a military um abduction. You know, military's behind it. They say Stephen Greer's a big proponent of that. And look, a lot of things that Stephen Greer said in the past, I used to think was fiction. It turned out to be fact. So when he says things, I tend to give him a lot more credibility to what he's saying, just for the fact that that when I thought he was BSing in the past, I was proven wrong, like with the C5 thing and things of this nature. And you saw the guy that came on, Danny Jones, the big muscle bound dude. I don't even know his name. I don't even want to give him a platform, but he was like trying to say that Chris Bledsoe's connections with CIA is, they're actually helping him spoof, fake UAPs for crowds and stuff. I don't know what I think that's a bunch of BS. It's always good to be skeptical to a point, but you don't want to just like discount everything. And I just really think that Chris Bledsoe is a genuine human being. I think he's a good guy, and I don't think he has that in him to fake this whole experience that he had. I just don't. But here's some other experiencers. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't get copyright for this because it is Gaia and they're pretty, you know. But just check this out.
Wants to belong to.
All right, I'm gonna kill it right there. I don't want to get copyright, and you got to be careful with Gaia, man. They will copyright the man. That's all I need. I'm having a hard enough time getting over 100 views on some of these videos, man. And the last thing I need is copyright, right? But I just wanted to show you guys that. So you see documentation. I show you documentation. I showed you some footage of different military gentlemen who had experiences with UAPs, UFOs. Peniston, he actually touched the craft that was in Rendlesham Forest and had some type of download of ones and zeros. And when they talk about this hidden hand, what they're saying is, and I believe this, and I've actually suspected this for a while now, that we are being, I don't want to say controlled, but influenced, you know? And like, I honestly believe that the drone incursions that were going on in November and December, I think that was because there was a real danger of the conflicts going on around the world turning into something much bigger. And I think that these beings influence our leaders. Sometimes they have to show up in number, you know, and kind of show powers that be, the evil. Some of them are evil powers that be. They have to show them, like, look, you're not going to do this. You know, we've walked away from every nuclear treaty that we've had with Russia. You know, we broke our promises to Russia when they collapsed, and we promised that we weren't going to move east from Germany. And then we tried to surround them. So I think that there is a hidden hand. I think there is non-human intelligence that's influencing us, and I think it's benign. I think it's benevolent. I think it's positive. I'm sure that they're probably not that much different from us. There's probably negative ETs out there, and I'm sure that there's probably different kinds. But I don't believe this anything this Rick Doty says. So that's my warning to you guys about Richard Doty. He's an admitted liar, proven liar, and I just don't trust anything that that guy says. You know, but tell me what you guys think. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I mean, he was an OSI, Air Force Intelligence. His job was to lie. So are we going to believe him now? I hope not. And I think the UFO community, the UAP community, I think we're smarter than that. I think that there's a lot of people that are questioning Lou Elizondo's motivations after that picture that he showed at the Disclosure Fund briefing. It was just two circular marks in a field. Tried to say it was a gigantic UFO, taken by a pilot. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But look, I don't really trust Lou either. I'm jaded on this whole subject, But I just wanted you guys to. These are the things that I've been looking at. These are the things I've been researching. I'm really thinking about doing an episode about these underground military bases, these deep underground military bases, and these tunnels. Maybe the Denver airport. Maybe look into these things, see what's going on with that, because I've been hearing a lot of things about it, and I really think that it's a thing. It's a phenomenon. I think they've got underground bases. I think they've got underground tunnels. They have the ability to dig. Why wouldn't Why wouldn't they create these things? I'm sure that they understand that if there's ever a conflict where you know Washington D.C. would get taken out or something, they would need a contingency plan for the continuity of government. So surely they have deep underground military bases just for that reason. But is it possible that we have other things down there, that the public's just not privy to? UFOs maybe, back engineered craft, ARVs, things of this nature. Why wouldn't it? So that's my show for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm going to spend the night just kind of researching. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a longer video. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate the support. Please hit the like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. Share it to two friends. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment. Helps the algorithm, man. I got to break through this glass ceiling. You know what I mean? Till tomorrow. Peace.